Okay, wow. Just learned a bunch of things. So we've just met, Ethan's just came into official contact with Miranda. We're controlling Chris's side of things, and he's just commented on something I find very, very strange. Um, but first I'll unpack a few things. So if you're wondering what on earth I'm going to unpack, go back and watch the essentially last 5-10 minutes of the last video if you're curious. Um, essentially, okay, so megamyces are some form of data storage. So me and Miranda's confirmed a few things. So okay, which is what put a few pieces into place. So excuse me. So looks like that. I'm just saying here. This is just so he's talking in case Chris will say stuff. But. So it looks. I mean, to be fair, it's reminding me of. So there was the end of Zoe. I believe this was the second DLC for RE7. It might be the third, not quite sure. Um, I think it was the end of Zoe or something like that. But it was starring uh, what's it, Joe Baker, I think, 100%. Anyway, Jack's brother. So I thought it was Joe. It might have been John. I thought it was Joe Baker. Anyway, um, so he was using martial arts and all that type thing, and he was rescuing Zoe. And she was in some form of a crystallized form, which was preserving her. Now, I'm guessing that's an effect from the mold. So, possibly advanced, who knows? I'm guessing that's how Miranda has been able to. Um, so, Ethan still being infected, presumably. He's still infected with the mold. I assume it's the mold. So he has taken. So that's genetically gone through the Rose. Rose got some power, obviously quite powerful, apparently. And so Miranda's used that and used the crystallizing ability in the mold to put it, Rose in some sort of hibernation, as it were, I suppose. Um, Divided her up into flasks, giving it to the members of the households for safekeeping, or giving their own piece of the puzzle, so to speak. Um, so it catalogs everyone. So we found something. We found some bits and pieces, some graves. I'm wondering if one of those graves, um, talking about the child. I'm assuming they're Miranda's child, or maybe a sibling or whatever it is, or sister, whatever it might be, has died of some causes, and she's going to use Rose's body as a vessel for her family member. It's a resurrection of kind. I'm assuming that's what this is, which will put a lot of pieces back into place. So the whole thing is just about getting Rose's apparently compatible. So that'd be interesting how they found. But I'm guessing it's through, if Heisenberg and or Miranda is working with the connections, or is part of the connections, however you want to put it, it would make a lot of sense. Considering Heisenberg was either calling or knew the BSA was coming, so that was a bit obvious. I'm assuming Heisenberg is with the connections or associated. Whether Miranda's actually part of the connections or working with them is, who knows, or whether she's just her own separate thing. Um, and they've actually, this whole thing's just orchestrated in some way. I wonder. Chris, the guy still belongs to the BSA. Yeah, I know, I get it. He's working with Blue Umbrella. Just calling them for the sake of it. I would point something out. Please remember, people, that it was pointed out in RE7 for, I've forgotten what the DLC is called, with Chris, and it states he's actually under contract. He still belongs to the BSA. Still, he's just contracted out to Blue Umbrella. And this is made quite clear. Whether Bill missed that, I don't know, but he's contracted out by the BSA. He's one of the goddamn founding, what is it, 9 or 11 members, like the specialists that helped found the BSAA, which was that by the FBC or S or F SB or whatever it was called before it became BSA, I believe. In fact, going back a few games now, I think. But that whole, like, he's part one of the founding members. I mean, like, he's still part of the BSA. He's just contracted out to the Blue Umbrella, as it were. So for him to suddenly say for him to have such surprise at the BSA and want to know what they're doing here, like, in my opinion, this is a contradiction on Chris. Like, a massive contradiction. Because how can he not understand? Like, Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance. That's what the BSA is. The Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance. That's what it stands for. And he's part of it. Like, how the hell does he, like, oh, what do you think they're here, picking tulips? The bloody bioterrorism event going, oh, why are the Bioterrorism and Security Assessment Alliance doing here? I wonder why. They're not, of course they would not. No, they're just picking us. They're not after the bioterrorism event that's occurring. How stupid are you, Chris? Dude, will you think for 2 seconds? Like, I'm trying, my head's just blown at that. Like, wrap my head around the fact that Chris is suddenly dumb as to the BSAA's intentions. It's spelled out in the goddamn title. Oh, that aggravates me. Sorry, I had to talk there, because that's just... what the hell? Oh, going there. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me from him. Like, how can he not know? Okay, so working with Dragoon. Okay, Capable Rifle. Oh, excuse me. Okay, that seems like something out of World War II. Or those type of games. USMAI mid-size automatic gun. Interesting. Oh, is that one of those things? That's one of those things that the military used to, yeah, this is one of those, like the laser guide things, isn't it? Yeah, laser guide targeting. The handheld that they used to lock on targets, if I recall correctly. Oh yeah, okay. Ventractor, diver, mother for RE7. Okay, cool, no problem. All right, Chris, you've got some serious shit to explain. I mean, some serious shit to explain. Wow. Huh.
Hey, Alpha.
Okay.
BSAA. They've gone too
What?
far.
Whoa, wait, what? What do you mean they got too far?
Looks pretty rough down there. How are you planning on reaching the objective?
First, we're gonna have to take that thing out.
I've got your back, boss. Let's get to work.
Everyone watch for hostile bioweapons.
Okay, stop. Stop. Gone too far. What is Capcom be bloody super hype and just controversial, critical, contradictory? I don't know. What is his opposite day? I mean, I get it. Chris might have some beef with people in the BSA, but for the BSA, for him to have a beef with the BSAA to turn up to a bioterrorism event contradicts the points of the BSA and contradicts Chris's understanding. Like, okay, maybe Chris has got some beef with people in like the way things are handled in the BSA with all some crap with might have been the FBC. I'm not 100% sure whatever it was, but there's been some crap that's gone down. Sure, I get it with the BSA. Okay, I understand the high levels, but for him to show this natural aggression with basically a basic organization which he helped found. He's one of the highest ranking operatives in the whole damn organization still. Like, for him to criticize the very company whose job it is from people like him leading it with help from, Barry, Claire, Jill, um, I'm gonna go through Leon. Get my point, right? Like okay. Now, I I say like founding members. I know this. Like I know you're gonna see Leon's not part of the founding. Neither technically is Claire. Throw a bit to the wind, Barry. But my point is like Barry's been there since the beginning. Claire is younger sister. She was trained by Chris. Leon has gone through his own shit. Right? He is as much a solidified, like, he's basically the perfect, like, the allied person they know they can trust, who knows them, who understands what this shit is, and just, you don't have to explain it to him. Like, he's gone through it, I mean, that's just one of those things. I mean, even Moira's gone through it and stuff. Barry's daughter. But the, to question the fundamental principle of the BSA is so complete opposite of Chris. I mean, that's the equivalent of someone like Rebecca or Jill uh, or Claire. Okay, yes, I know she's working for TerraSave. I get it. Claire can just as easily call up, would it be Leon, Jill, or Chris, whatever, can call them up. Even Barry. She can call them up, and if she's got some intel or a gut feeling, those operatives will trust her without they won't even ask. Like they'll just say, location, time, I'll be there. That is how close Claire is to that lot there. She's basically part of the BSA. I get she's working with her. I get that. My point is, with Claire, she asked for backup from those operatives. They will be there, no questions asked. As long as they say, "I've got some shit going on here. I need help." They'll be there. They'll just bring the cavalry. No issues. So Claire's kind of like that Leon situation where you don't have to explain it to her, but they'll be there to help you, and vice versa. The BSAA is contracted to take care of bioterrorism in the RE law universe. Like, to question that is to question the point. Like, I get it, maybe there's some question, but for one of the founders to question the entire principle of the Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance and why there be a bioterrorism event contradicts almost the point of the organization and what their point of what they're trying to do. I find that unbelievably dumb. Like, if you've got some beef, you got beef with the higher-ups. Fine. Don't take it out on the operatives. Sorry, I had to have my piece there. That is bullshit for Chris to call it on that.
Made contact with a group of hostile bioweapons.
There's more than we thought. Watch out.
I call bullshit on that from Chris. Okay, probably gonna have limited from that, that's fine. I call serious bullshit. Chris, if you're gonna call out BSA, then call them out on the higher ups. Do not involve operatives. Don't you dare involve the whole organization. You're basically betraying.
2 guards. I can take them.
Don't get cocky.
What? What? Oh. You just authorized an attack on a company you're a part of, Chris. You are a contradiction in your own self. I'm sure, right, I get it. There's some beef with him and the Habs. That does not give him the right to target their own members. He does not have the goddamn right. Chris is literally he is contradicting himself. Can I just put this in perspective? When you say to me, and I know some people are going to say to me, oh, but maybe he might have gone rogue, whatever. Let me put something in perspective. Right. Jill is still active. I believe Moira is also active. Claire, who's in Pirate Terror safe because she's got Alex Wesker, where they put Alex into a cell, into a protective custody, whatever it might be. Claire can be called up by Jill, who, like, for God's sake, Rebecca's one of the lead scientists or one of the best researchers at BSAA, or she's contracted by them, or allied, whatever it might. She can call on those people. Like, we're talking, Leon could be called for God's sake. Any one of those people, okay, maybe exception of Moira, obviously, and Barry. Jill, Rebecca might be on standby. Leon or Jill could easily be leading this mission. Or, sorry, Claire, my apologies. And Claire. Chris is authorizing an attack on quite possibly one of those specialists who are a dear friend to him. And he has the nerve, without even checking who's leading the mission, to authorize an attack on quite possibly a dear friend and ally who's leading them. Chris, I'm starting to hate you. I'm actually starting to hate you, Chris. I'm sorry. You're making me hate you. You don't even attempt. You haven't even tried to say who's in charge. Doesn't make an effort. Says, oh, don't get cocky. Just take him out. Oh, but what if Jill? What if Leon? What if Claire? Oh, and I know you're gonna say, yeah, but Leon's part of this. He's an ally. It's Jill is still. Jill is basically itching to go into conflict. She could easily be leading the mission. Rebecca could be calling the shots. No attempt to even ascertain the situation or who's in charge. Just, no, go and take him out. Chris, I'm genuinely starting to hate you. I'm not impressed, Chris. I'm not impressed at all from you. I really am not impressed by you, Chris. Got no map. I am really not impressed by Chris right now. I've got some serious beef with Chris right now.
Mute my seat.
That's probably what it is. Let's go.
Oh, you're joking me. Piss off. Do I get to collect anything from them?
Damn it, the path's blocked.
No worries. Detour around the village.
You have no idea how much I am really looking forward to reading the Baker incident reports. Because Ari Law's got some serious shit to explain. Like, serious shit to explain right now. I'm not even kidding. Okay. $700. Probably gonna need all that, to be honest. I'm spewing out this
I need
ammo.
some backup.
I see you. 200 to the point. I've never heard your mute my seat clothing being so huge.
Something in here? Oh, I assume I saw a green thing. Oh. Okay. Bit of a spread weapon, but still accurate. Oh, that was shit ass from me. Nice crit. Wait, no you don't. I'll take the crits, thank you at this point. Lovely.
My mom's on the show. You think she died and gone?
Okay.
I've reached the target location. Damn this thing. All right, Lobo. Marking the target.
Roger that, boss.
Oh, it's on these slow things. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Alright. Reloading now. Just a minute.
Oh yeah.
There's a swarm headed that way.
Take care of the pack.
Okay, Captain. I'm reloaded. Ready when you are. The mold is rapidly expanding. There must be something stimulating it.
Now.
PSA guys are engaging the bioweapons.
Okay.
Right, Captain, they must be after the megabyte C2.
What the hell are they gonna be after? Other than that, you idiot. What, they having a straw in the bloody park?
How many are there? Everyone okay? They're coming from the mold. There's no end to them. Break.
Damn it, these things are using weapons.
Sure they're thinking the same about you.
Sure, suppose so.
Bioweapon numbers are increasing. We need to finish them.
Yeah, well, probably got the apex kind of for us soon.
Just point the laser at the target and leave the rest to me. 5 more from the mountains. East side. I'm nearby. I'll handle it. Another hit. Looks like it's about to collapse. Hold your horses. I'm reloading.
Okay. Plenty a bunch of ammo. Way ahead of you. Oh boy. The party's come here. I ain't screwing around here.
Where should I be next?
Ah, shit. Oh, I had the wrong weapon load. Okay, never mind.
Target hit. Please.
Not screwing around.
Lost it.
Wait, what? Oh, crap. Oh, I need a moment. Oh boy, that's getting intense. Phew, bloody hell. Phew, okay. Phew. Give me a second. Right. So we got that target lock on, shall we? Hit it, hit it, hit it, go, 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 go. Oh, I reckon that just about made it.
The next round. Just a sec.
Okay, let me
car.
Aim for the heart. Best way to do it.
Take that!
Nice.
Megamite seat must be...
Oh, okay. Okay. So if this is data storage, there were a bunch of graves up there before? I was wondering about that. So the Mega My seat must be below the graves. We saw that when I was having a look. There was those tendril things pointing out there. Okay, so... Ah. Right. Interesting. Got a bunch of extra ammo, I'm
Found a way
assuming?
down. I'm going in. The rest of you stay back.
Captain, I compared the mold at the village with a sample from the bakers, and there's no sign of the genome editing we saw in the E-series. The stuff originated here.
Oh yeah. Actually, kind of makes sense. Whoa, just completely layering up on the damn stuff. Okay. Well, that's it. Oh wow, 1,000. I'm going to town with this gun. Absolutely going to town. Oh my god, a boss fight.
Guarding the Megamite seat, huh?
Oops, that didn't quite work so well. Okay. You're an ugly bastard, aren't you?
Lobo, I got a tough guy here. I'm gonna need backup.
Boss, you're...
Oh, I was trying to get a nice angle for you. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. Interesting. Ooh. Okay, you're gonna be one of those bosses, are you? Right. Close quarters. No shit's given. Okay then. Alright, okay. Alright then.
The ground!
I guess I
There's
can
an opening
play.
in the roof. Use it.
Okay, I'm moving out. Hold on till I get there.
Oh, I meant to block that. Completely forgot about that. Ah!
Yeah, boss.
Good. I'll signal with the locator.
Yes, please. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Target it, you bastard.
Thought so.
Reloading now. Just a minute.
Nice!
I'll keep going. The rest of you, stay above ground.
Much to be fair, I did use a couple of grenades at it. Giant Chris. Malice. Malice. What? Oh god, okay. Crystal mace. There. Oh boy. Interesting. I'm guessing I gets transferred to Ethan then.
So if Miranda was the fake Mia, where's the real one?
I doubt she saw any further use for her. I don't get any of this. How did Miranda even know Rose exists?
A moldy little bird told her, maybe?
We can figure that out later. Focus on the plan.
Hold on. If... Oh. Hold on. Because Evelyn had a connection to Ethan. Oh my god. That actually makes sense. So, if we're gonna go with it, so if we theorize proximity here, just for a moment, that would mean that Ethan So Ethan's proximity to the Megamycete, the original source, maybe Emma Miranda there, but if let's just assume proximity for the source has a certain coverage area, which like excuse me, Evelyn can talk to Ethan, give him illusions or whatever to speak things to him, right? We knew about it through Mia. So if the theory goes knew about it, because as soon as Ethan went in some sort of proximity, which obviously Chris wasn't aware of, within proximity to Mia, to Miranda and the Mega Mice, the original stuff, if that's some sort of mental proximity thought, signaling, it would have sensed Ethan. Ah! Assuming that's the case. That's the only theory I can think of, to be fair. Well, well, well.
I found it.
That looks like a
Megamycete.
fetus. Huh. Interesting.
Alpha to squad. I've located the Megamycete.
So now we can end this mess after all.
About damn time. And 2 explosives armed. There's enough there to blow the whole village sky high.
Let's get out of here and blow the damn place.
Not before I end Miranda. I'm not taking any more chances. I'm going in.
Roger that. Standing by. Captain, I have eyes on Miranda at the ceremony site.
Keep your distance. Do not move until I give the order.
I know it's too late now, but we really should have told Ethan the plan.
I
It
agree.
wasn't time. We didn't expect Miranda to act so soon.
Even so, you should have told him.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So the Megamycete formed a... Oh. If that's trying to emulate something, so does that mean that... Oh, is it Miranda's child? Must be Miranda's child that was maybe a baby, died when it was young, and she's obviously given the body to Megamycete as just an organism, and it's taken a rich, maybe one of the first forms ever, like shape form into Miranda's baby, young child. Okay. Mimicking, alright. I understand both sides going. I get like they should have told him, but I get why Chris didn't as well. I really do. I'm kind of hoping for an autosave point very shortly.
This must be Miranda's lab.
Oh, well, well. Alright. You know what? I can just skim through this part if I have to get through it. I think the cutscene will automatically initiate an autosave point. But yeah. We'll continue on next time. That was quite interesting. So I'm assuming that fetus thing, the baby, is emulating Miranda's child. I don't think it's emulating Rose, because Rose will be in the jars. So I'm assuming it's been out with the whole game. So, and if that's the case, so I'm wondering if the Megamycete was like this, just like molded matter. It sort of molded itself into Miranda's baby that probably died from... if Miranda's like, we're talking centuries old, then it's quite possible that, depending how old Miranda is, if she's got one of those, if she's, found this, the mold when she was young and it's helped keep her ageless, or whether it's something else, that'd be interesting to find out if we do. If we're going back a few centuries, it could have been, anything from the measles, chickenpox, I think technically Spanish flu, going back as far as Black Death, technically. the plague and all this sort of stuff. I mean, could be a few different things. You know, I mean, it's one of those times where there was no cure. I mean, if you think about it, and I'm only saying that like in hindsight. It's like you think about. Okay, sure. I mean, it sounds really horrible to hear about the Spanish flu, which killed so many people. So did the Black Plague. So did measles and chickenpox. Like, honestly, did I think that's was it Lyme's disease as well? I believe as well. A lot of people, they hear about Spanish flu and all this, and they think about. I'm just thinking, like hindsight, like if of how old Miranda is. I mean, I think a lot of people forget. They hear about the I can't remember, it was the Black Death or the Black Plague, whichever one it was. But then at the Spanish flu, and and that killed lots and lots of people. But I think people forget just how deadly the measles, the chickenpox, even Lyme's disease was back then. I mean, they killed not numerous amount of people. They all of them did. There was a time when well, I can't remember if it was called chickenpox or smallpox or whichever way, or both, whichever one it was. Um, were the one the same or just different ways of naming the same thing or different names. But I mean, there was a time where smallpox was considered basically life-threatening. So I believe was Lyme's disease. Measles was considered life-threatening at one point. I mean, think about how. That's a praise to modern medicine. We've come so far to think that. I think this is going back, 2-3 centuries. Probably only 2 centuries, but still, where, smallpox was deadly as I think. Well, if Lyme disease wasn't deadly, it was a really quite bad. Now it's not. It's still not great, but it's curable as far as I'm pretty damn sure. But smallpox, measles, chickenpox, all these sorts of things that we just you get inoculated as a baby and all that. There was no cure back then, and it was just incredible how many people it killed. Right? It's one of those things that back then is that to have to be diagnosed with smallpox was just it was like one of the most horrible things you ever be told back then, and now it's like get an injection when you're a kid, that's no problem. Shows how far I've come, doesn't it? I'm only saying as reference because we're talking about I'm assuming that's referencing Miranda's child and Barry. I'm just thinking like what might have killed Miranda's child, and it's just making me think, well, what types of things? It's just making me think down memory lane of like what we've actually, how far we've come in those sorts of things, So, don't get me wrong. We managed to get around the Spanish flu and all this sort of thing, but yeah, they were incredibly potent back then. I'll put it that way. So, but yeah. Anyway, sorry, I went on a massive tangent there. I realized that, but it just made me. My mind started wandering about that. It just made me go down that lane and think, wow, yeah, it just shows how far I've come and how deadly those things really were back then. So, because they were. True. If not treated, it's still really bad today. Don't get me wrong, but it just makes me think. So, yeah. Anyway, after that tangent. Oh boy. Oh god. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Oh boy.